Hi, welcome to Father Games. Today I'm going to be unboxing one of my most anticipated games of the year, The Witcher Old World. So The Witcher is an IP that I'm very familiar with. To this day, I still believe The Witcher 3 to be the best video game ever made, and when I saw there was a board game being made about The Witcher, I was very excited, and it was an instant back for me, and now I get to see if it lives up to the hype. This is set many years before Geralt of Rivia from the game and the books, anyone who's familiar with them. This is going to be set before then. So there's been a lot of content about this game. There was a lot of updates in the Kickstarter and stuff like that. I haven't followed a whole lot. I haven't seen any unboxings or anything like that. I wanted it all to be a surprise to me when I go to unbox it. So unfortunately, I won't be able to explain kind of what everything does because I don't actually know yet. But I do know a little bit. I'll be able to explain certain things as we get to them. But overall, I don't know everything about this game. It's just kind of be a surprise to me and potentially you if you haven't seen any unboxings either. So there's a lot of content to go through. Let's get started and see what's inside. Okay, so I'm going to start with the core box. No design on the inside of the lid. Monsters on the side there. And what looks like Geralt, but I'm assuming it probably isn't. Okay, and we got the instruction book next. Lots of pictures. And 36 pages for that. I've heard it's a pretty easy game to play, so I'm sure it just goes into a lot of detail about everything that you don't necessarily need all that to learn it. A guide on how to put it all back. Very handy. And then an outline of the monster. So this is because it is the deluxe edition. If you bought just the standard edition, it will just come with these tokens instead. But this is the deluxe edition, so instead it's going to upgrade a few things and then have all these miniatures instead of the tokens, or maybe as well as the tokens. All right, next we have the game board. I will show this in a little bit. I'm going to compare it with the playmat after we get through this box. Don't think we need this, but I'll keep it handy just in case. And we got some, not very many, but some punch outs here. There, okay, so it does come with the tokens. If you don't get the deluxe edition, I believe that's all you'll get as far as monsters go. The token quality seems to be pretty good. Punches out pretty nicely. I don't know if those are different Witcher houses at the bottom there. And then these are for the terrain and stuff like that. Very nice. Okay, and then now we have the miniatures. I will do a close-up of these in a little bit. Just going to kind of show them a little bit first. I got the griffin there. And the first monster you fight in The Witcher 3. Probably not the same one, though. Wow. Good detail on that. So there was a shaded option as well. I didn't end up going with that, but it was an upgrade you could get during the Kickstarter campaign. Just kind of brings out the detail on the miniatures and stuff like that. I'm not a very good painter, but I'm hoping to kind of do it myself anyways. So that's why I didn't want to pay extra for the shaded upgrade. I figured I'd just kind of do my own. But these miniatures look really good. Nothing wrong with that. And they already seem like they're pretty confusing to get back, but I'll leave it there for now. Looks like one was missing there. I'm not sure if that's just for space or if there actually was something supposed to be there. But I'll have to look into that. A werewolf there. Very amazing miniatures. All right, next we have another insert. These are the Witchers you can play as. I believe just 5 in the base game, and then the Mages expansion adds another 5 or 6 or something like that. I could be totally wrong on that, but to my knowledge, there's only 5 or 6 in each. I love how they have the terrain kind of built up on the base. I love when they do that with miniatures. Looks awesome. And then we have the dice here. These are different dice than the dice packs. I'm not too sure what these do. I think these are, I don't think they're for movement or anything like that. I'm not 100% what these are for, but they look really nice. They're stitched or indented and everything like that. Look really, really nice. Got another set there, and then you got some just some cubes here for the player boards they go in. And I love the insert in here. It just makes it so much easier getting it to the table quickly, getting everything set up. Very nice job done with that. And then another insert down here with all the cards. I'm not going to show all the cards. I don't want to spoil kind of anything if there is kind of, I don't want to leave nothing for the imagination or to be discovered if you haven't, if you are going to get the game. But I'll just, I'll show one pack of cards just to get an idea at least of what's in it, if I can ever get them open. All right, so these are, forget the size, not the tarot size, not the standard size, but in between. I think they're oversized, I think they're called, which is very nice. You can get really good artwork, a good design on it with that much more space, and they really do look awesome. So these are the trophies for different, what you're trying to collect to win the game. Viper School. And these are different situations that can happen when you travel, I believe, and different parts of the game you're going to be making choices. Kind of like a dungeon crawler, but obviously not a dungeon crawler. And more schools here. Very, very nice. Definitely some repeats on the cards, but, or of the same cards, but I don't know if these are the starting decks that everyone gets for some of these or something like that. Maybe I will show one more pack of cards because I want to see the combat cards. So you got another deck here. I'll open this one to see kind of the artwork on some of the monsters. So you got the werewolf, the Leshen, the Prexa. Very terrifying thing to fight in the game, in the video game. Striga, Drowner's Nest. Wow, the artwork is fantastic. Absolutely love that. Oh, I remember her. Crossbow, and then more companions, and then more kind of events that happen. So the artwork's not on all the cards, but you can only do so much for sure. That they look amazing, the ones that do have the artwork on them. I'm really curious to see how the kind of choose your own adventure style of like choices you can do in this, how that all works. Very, very cool. All right, and then we have 2 more decks of cards. Wow, that is quite the artwork. I love that. And then another deck here. Very exciting. And then the insert to hold it all in is also holding these tokens that I believe were upgraded. They were punch outs, I believe, in the punch out boards, and then now they're upgraded for the Kickstarter edition. And then I believe the last thing in here is the player boards. I will get out of here. So these are the different characters you can be. I guess you can pop these out. Oh, that's cool. I guess that's what was in the punch outs there. Refer. And then the different levels as you're upgrading your character. And those tokens are going to sit in there as you progress through the game. And then, oh, look at that. The cards can slide underneath. I did not know they did that as well. Very cool. That one. Kyler. School of the Cat. Godric. School of the Griffin. Jasper. School of the Viper. I guess they have different artwork on the back too for each school. That's awesome. And then Eredin, School of the Wolf. Very, very cool. So that is, I believe, it for the core box. Yep. So I will put all that back and we'll open up the stretch goals next. But before looking at the stretch goals, actually, I do want to take a look at the board and compare the playmat to the board. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger, the playmats. Sometimes the texture, the contrast and everything comes out a bit differently. Sometimes they're exactly the same, just on different types of material. So let's compare the two. I'm pretty sure it was bigger if I remember correctly, but we'll double check here. Already seems like it might be. Yes, definitely bigger. Oh yeah, because they have the expansion, the spots for the expansions on the playmat as well. I forgot about that. So I will show the, if I can ever get this, the regular board on top. Can just barely get it in camera. It is actually quite a large board, and the color and the artwork looks fantastic on the playmat. Looks good on the board too, just not quite the same, and it is definitely smaller. And you got room for the Mage's expansion, I believe, on the right there, and then the Skellige one on the left, and definitely bigger. But either way, whatever you're playing on, I'm sure it's a great game. So I think the stretch goals box, which we're opening here, I think the artwork on this is just the best out of anything I've seen. Absolute fantastic choice for the artwork. Just looks amazing. And I believe the stretch goals comes with Siri as a character, so a very fitting character choice for the cover of the box there. But that just looks fantastic. Wow. And then the back of the box. Very cool. Got the Lost Mount, Siri, Monster Trail Adventure Pack, and the Wild Hunt. All stretch goals added with the campaign. See what we got inside. So another rulebook, a lot smaller than the last one. Lost Mount and the Siri expansions explained. And then the Monster Trail. Different game modes. And these extra things added in that. Fantastic. Oh, and another another one. The Wild Hunt is a separate rulebook as well. And that one is 12 pages. Still quite a bit shorter than the core rulebook. So you have some more tokens. Look, just as good as the other ones. Punch out very, very easily. Nothing wrong with that. And quite a lot of content inside. So we have another board here. I believe two actually. One for Siri, Lady of Space and Time. Very cool. And then the other one is for Alvar, School of the Manticore. Very nice. Next we have some, I don't know what size of cards these would be, but very large ones. These are for something to do with the monsters, I guess. I'm not too sure if this is part of the monster hunt, the Wild Hunt, or the Monster Trail. But again, the artwork on these is just awesome. Bruxa again. So similar artwork to what we've seen, but on par with everything else. Just looks amazing. So I don't know, about 30 of those or so. And then quite a few more of the oversized cards in here. I'll look at one more pack of those and then keep going on here. So more events, companions. Oh, okay, very cool. Eredin. More events. Quite a lot. So I was worried that the you might see the repeats of the same things happening over and over, but there's so many that I've seen so far that I don't see that being super likely unless you're playing thousands of games of this. And then these are your part of your character cards, I guess. How it works is that your cards are kind of like your health, but also your attacks and your defense, and they're also what you're going to use to move and stuff like that. So your cards, your deck of cards is basically going to do everything, which is a very, very interesting mechanic for sure. And we got another deck here, and another one, and another one. No shortage of cards in the game for sure. Amazing artwork on almost all of them. Next we have some bases, one for Siri, one for the other one. I already forget, to be honest. And then the tokens for the schools. And next we have, not too sure what this is for, but it has to redeem something. And then we have a card here. I hope that the game will be in. Very nice. For Gwent. Okay. Very nice. And then we have more cubes for the 2 new schools that were added, 2 new characters, and then some more miniatures. Which this insert does actually come out. And you have the I'm drawing a blank of his name. Roach, sorry. The Roach miniature on the house. Good detail on these ones as well. Elmerith, or however you pronounce his name, I believe is who that is. And then I think Eredin here. Could have that backwards. But either way, they look very, very good. A little bit of a bend on that one, but pretty easy to fix. Oh, there's Eredin there, actually. Very cool. So I'll show a close-up of those real quick as well. Okay, moving on for the stretch goals. When you bought if you bought the all-in gameplay all-in edition or pledge level, then they included 3 more monsters as just a unbuyable bonus, I guess. That only if you pledge that level. They threw these in as well. So I'll just show these real quick. Oh, never mind. That's not the right one. That's the wrong box. This is the mounted Eredin figure, and this is to show a contrast. This is actually, I believe, is shaded to show the difference between the two. I got this one shaded. I'll show a close-up of him beside the unshaded Eredin. Either way, though, this maybe I should have got them all shaded. This looks really cool, actually. Either way, an epic miniature, though, shaded or not. I'm sure it looks fantastic without. And then he came with some more cards. I'll show those real quick. The quality of these cards doesn't feel quite as good as the other ones. I did get the sleeves as well. I'll be throwing those on, but it doesn't feel like the same material or up to the same level. But I'm not sure why I have that in all these languages. I didn't realize it came with all these languages too. But yeah, anyways, you have 8 cards, depending on what language you want to play in. And yeah, there you have it. And next we have, not the most exciting thing to unbox, but I'm really happy that I got this because I do love sleeving cards. This is the sleeve box for the cards. And what happened was there were 2 types of pledge levels for the sleeves. There was one for the deluxe edition and then one for the all-in edition. I originally backed just the deluxe edition, so I got the sleeves to go with it. And then over time I kept adding expansions to it, to the game, or to my pledge, that I ended up just switching to the all-in edition. But I forgot to switch the sleeves, so I don't have enough for the whole game. But that's okay. They're pretty easy to find. But yeah, enough for, I don't know, 1,000 cards or something. And you do have the bigger ones for the stretch goals as well. So very nice. I love having games sleeved, and it looks like should be enough room in the boxes to accommodate that. So I guess the dice in the game were just the upgraded version of the dice. I forgot there was an upgraded one, or could be wrong on that, but I haven't seen any other ones. So I guess those are yeah, maybe they were updated. I can't remember, but these are the original ones that I believe, right? Yes, these are just the regular dice that would have come, the non-upgraded ones. Look very nice, nothing wrong with those. So you can play dice poker and stuff in the when it's not your turn. The other players can do dice poker on the side, and that's what you're going to be using these for primarily. And then we have the gold coins in here. An upgrade from the cardboard ones, obviously. A nice cloth bag to hold them. Take a look inside. See the quality of these. Very, very nice coins, actually. Definitely a big upgrade from the cardboard for sure. But plays the same way either way. Okay, and then here is the box I was talking about earlier, that the if you got the all-in pledge, the 3 monsters that they added in. And I guess some tokens, still more stuff coming out. So, some cards for those, for these monsters. All right. That one, Karen. That one as well. And then these 2 cards. And then I don't know if there is a card for the 3rd one or what's going on with that. Maybe this is for it. The card quality though overall doesn't actually feel that great. Not kind of what I was hoping for that. Kind of the first complaint I would have with the game, but other than that, everything looks really good. That one looks really cool. That one looks all right. And the last one here. Very cool. Okay, so let's start with the Skellige expansion. There was 3 large expansions you could add to the game. This one seemed to be the smallest from what I've seen, and definitely is the lightest out of the 3. But pretty sure there's quite a few exploration cards, and opens up a new part of the map that you can travel to Skellige. And here is the back of the box there. Fantastic. All right. Out of the way. Let's see what we have inside. Maybe. There we go. Another rulebook there. No shortage of rulebooks in here. In this game overall, I mean. Laid out the same. And on this one we have... Oh, cool artwork. 12 pages. And then this, if you didn't have the playmat, this is the board extension you'd add. But as we saw earlier, that's already added on there on the left-hand side, I think it was. And another card thrown in here. These are monsters I guess you can discover on your journey to the island. Or one monster that you can discover. Digging. And there it is there. Terrifying. Now, if I was a good painter, this is one that could make look really good, but I am not, so I'll probably just do a quick wash on it or something. And then you have these boats that your characters can go in, and they're going to be traveling to Skellige. And then some more tokens. Just a couple there. And another deck of cards. I don't think there's much for artwork on these. I think these are more just situations that happen on your journey to the island. But see if there's any artwork I can show. Does not appear to be. Just lots more situations you're going to come into come across. Dagon bonus. Guess for killing Dagon. And that's it for that one. So definitely not a ton in this, but sure it changes up the game quite a bit. Or I imagine it would anyways. All right, next we have the Legendary Hunt expansion. Now this expansion, in the stretch goals, there was kind of a similar thing added to it. These are monsters that you can, I think, changes the end of game condition. You can kill one of these instead of getting your trophies and winning that way. The stretch goals added one in, I believe. Eredin, I believe, is the one, but these add a couple more and they change up the game as well. So let's see what we have inside for here. Okay, so of course, another rulebook in here. Solo mode. And only 8 pages on this one. Couple more tokens. I don't know if there's a spot for all the tokens, if they all have to go in the main box or if there's going to be a spot in here. But as you can see, first off, I guess tokens can go there. There seems to be a little bit more in this one than the last expansion. Definitely more cards. These are the legendary monsters you can fight. The Golem, Cyclops, Toad, Frightener, Unseen Elder, Ice Giant, and Gaunter Odim. Alright. Anyone who played the first expansion probably recognize him. First expansion on the game, I mean, video game. And I guess the tokens can go here. I don't know if anything else goes under. No? Okay. Just lots of room for tokens. Alright. And then some more cards here. Not as many as the last one for standard size cards. Or whatever size this is. Oversized cards. Terrifying looking. Different encounters, I guess. With those legendary monsters. Very cool. Some artwork on here. I guess these are... I don't actually know. Something to do with the hunting the monsters, I guess. Maybe the trail, the monster trail. I'm not too sure. But anyways, let's take a look at these miniatures. Definitely a little bit more epic looking than the other miniatures in the game. They've all been good so far, but these ones are a little bit bigger and, as you would expect for different kind of bosses that you're trying to fight, these ones do look really, really nice. But overall, I'm really pretty impressed with the miniature quality. Card quality wasn't quite as good, definitely, but that's what the sleeves are for, I guess. And then the one from the box, cover of the box. Just an epic looking golem there. Love that. And this one here. Ice Giant. Gaunter Odim. And I will show a close-up of these as well. After we quickly look at the Toad. Terrifying looking. Another one that, if you're a good painter, this would be a good one to paint. So that is the Legendary Hunt expansion. And now for the final expansion. And finally we have the Mages expansion. So this was the biggest one, the most expensive one. And it adds mages that you can play as instead of witchers. And it changes up the game quite a bit from what I heard. There you have it on the back. Looks fantastic. As I've said many times already in this video. And the sides, the different mages that you can get. Obviously there's going to be no Triss or Yennefer or anything like that, unless, well, I don't think there is. I don't know how old they actually were. I guess Geralt was old too, so Probably none of them will be in this one. If it's set before Geralt, probably not. Anyways, another rulebook. 8 pages there, another short one. And a couple more tokens, one for each of the mages. I believe there was 5 in the game. I think that other character in the stretch goals was a mage. So you have 6 of each. 6 with Ciri for the Witchers, and then 6 mages, I believe. So this is the other one on the right-hand side of the board that if you had the playmat again, it would be included on there. But if you don't, then you would just slide that onto the board, beside the board. And here we have the mage character boards. Alzur, Ardia, Gakira, sounds like Shakira, Othar, and probably the best looking artwork on it, Philippa, Earhart, I'm assuming, and or whatever her last name was, probably butchered that. And tokens for each of the mages, because I don't think I showed kind of close what the other ones look like. But not very heavy, pretty thin actually, and pretty light, but better than cardboard for sure. These are the tokens you're going to be moving up the tracks with. And then different tokens for the bases, or whatever they're called for the bases there, snap on very easily. And then you have the mage characters themselves, studying hard, and very nice. And let's take a quick look at this one as well. Very epic looking miniature. Love that. And then some more cubes for the player boards. And let's take a quick look at some of the cards, because I haven't shown too many of the combat cards or anything like that. And I know the mages have their own deck of combat cards, so I'm sure they're got a lot of cool artwork on these as well. Some daggers. Wow. Definitely do love the artwork. The card quality isn't amazing for the thickness and everything like that. It's not bad, but the artwork definitely makes up for it. They do look really, really nice. But I do definitely recommend, if you're going to get this game, to definitely invest in some sleeves, because it does seem like they definitely would need them. And then more trophies. And a couple more combat cards at the end there. Very cool. So I think that sums it up for, obviously another deck of cards here. I think that sums it up for everything in the game. Definitely a lot of content to go through, a lot to put back in the box, but very, very excited to get this one to the table and to try it out soon. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.